The 2-year research study on parenting models in Uganda was a joint effort between the Ministry of Gender and the Department of Child Health Development at Makerere University. The study was conducted in the districts of Wakiso and Amuru. Some of the findings from this study have found that most parents consider treating their children harshly as one way of imparting discipline, which the children interpret as cruelty towards them.
And this is manifested in problems such as harsh parenting, violent disciplining of children, and violence between parents and parents. And when children observe parents fighting, they also pick that up as part of their ways of resolving conflict. And we raise children who are violent, we raise children who are poorly behaved, who are not hardworking, children who do not have a clear vision about their future.
This in turn forces them to abandon their homes and look for places of safety, with many turning to the streets.
Children who have run away from their families to the streets or to other places are children who have experienced poor parenting. They have been parented badly in the form of violence, being beaten, being harassed by their own fathers and mothers, and being neglected. Fathers who are not there. Your daughter wants to talk to you, but you say, me, I don't talk things of women.
Poor parenting has also been linked to behaviors like drug abuse, rape, dropping out of school, and mental illness among young people today.
Of children dropping out of school, issues of children getting mad. These days you have heard about many cases of suicide. Children are killing themselves. All these are because of the stress at the home, and the homes are not doing us a service to be there for the children.
It was also found that parents tend to take their children to boarding schools at a tender age, denying them the parental love and access to early childhood development at home.
We are having people who just produce and leave the children to grow the way they want. Many parents or many mothers and fathers are not there in the homes, and that's how we coined the issue of internally displaced parents. Parents who wake up very early in the morning, they disappear, that they have gone to work, they come back after midnight, the children have slept.
And for the schools or the operators of these nursery schools and early childhood centers to hoodwink parents and pretend that they can do parenting on our behalf, I think is to cheat on the parents.
As such, legislators want government to consider banning boarding sections in primary schools in order to return the responsibility of raising children to parents.
Children from morning at 6 or 5 up to night, no holiday, no weekend, no nothing. So we can't parent. We have been deprived of parenting because of the boarding school syndrome. And therefore, if I were to make a petition, to write a petition to the Honorable House, the Parliament of Uganda, I would petition all the parents and all those institutions that are running child care centers, pretending to make them child care when actually they are schools.
Children welfare organizations are also concerned about the state of affairs.
That we have just tried similar to that the district, the finding is pointing at the families. There is a very big problem in the families. Parents have no time for their children. Parents have no space for children. It's only the maids who are the parents, the television stations. So time has come for the parents to go back to their roots, to play their role, to be in charge of their children, have time for the children, talk to the children, so that we can have stable families and we can have a proper nation.
Pray and call upon government to adopt parenting for respectability and to scale it up or to expand it so that it can be implemented in different districts across the country.
In response, the Ministry of Gender is now set to work on finalizing a family policy that seeks to strengthen families, including giving children the right to make decisions in family matters.
We want to strengthen the family so that the family can execute its role of parenting. If we parent and parent well, many of the problems we are having among its children will go away.